Hello friends, today in this lecture we are solving sums related to find out the CD, that is coefficient of variation, and today's question is the mean and standard deviation of marks obtained by 50 students. So number of students is 50 of a class in three subjects, mathematics, physics and chemistry are given below. Which of the three students show the highest variability in marks? So highest variability in marks, and which show the lowest? That means we have to find out CV for mathematics, physics and chemistry, right? CV, greater CV shows highest variability and lowest CV shows lowest variability, right? So simple question, very easy question. Now we have formula for CV. CV is equal to standard deviation upon mean, right? Standard deviation SD upon mean, this is our formula, into multiply by 100, so we can find out CV in percentage, right? So for mathematics, first we calculate for CV for mathematics, then physics and then chemistry, right? So SD, standard deviation is 12, so here calculation is 12 upon mean is 42, so this is 42 into 100, right? So this is, if you calculate this using calculator, you will get this is 28.57%. So this is approximately 28.75%, because we are multiplying by 100, so we have to write percentage here. Now CV for physics. So SD is 15 upon mean is 32 into 100. So if we simplify this, you will get 46.88% CV, 46.88%, and for chemistry it's 20 upon 40.9 into 100. So if we simplify this, you will get 48.9%. So these are the CV for mathematics, physics and chemistry. Now see, lowest CV is of mathematics, right? And highest CV is of chemistry, means chemistry has highest CV here. Chemistry has highest CV, or CV of chemistry is greater than another two subjects, right? So chemistry has highest CV, so the highest variability, right? So it shows highest variability right? And mathematics has lowest CV, right? And mathematics has lowest CV, right? So mathematics shows the lowest variability, so it shows lowest variability, right? So it's a very easy example, okay? So next question is question number 5. The sum and the sum of the squares corresponding to length x is given in centimeter and weight y given in gram of 50 plants product given below it's given that sigma I is equal to 1 to 50. Sigma I is equal to 1 to 50 xi is equal to 212. Means value of I is 1 to 50. That is total number of plants is 50. Also it's given of 50 plants, right, products. So n is equal to 50 here. So n is equal to 50. Right? Then sigma xi square is given 902.8. Sigma yi given 261 and sigma yi square is given 1457.6. Then which is more varying? The length or weight. Means we have to find out CV for length as well as CV for weight. But before that we have to decide which formula we are going to apply, right? Because we have three formulas. So first for CV we have to find out CV for both this. So for CV formula is CV is equal to standard deviation upon mean into 100. This is the formula for CV. And for CV we need standard deviation. This is the way how to solve the examples, right? So now we need standard deviation, and formula for standard deviation is equal to, now in given this data, according to this data we have to apply this formula sigma xi square upon n. So we have to apply this formula sigma xi square upon n minus sigma xi upon n whole square. We have to apply this formula. Why we are not applying this formula sigma xi modulus of xi minus x bar whole square upon n? Because here is not given data, right? That is, observations are not given, xi are not given, so we are not going to use that formula. According to this data we have to apply this formula only, right? And for mean, you know, for mean sigma xi upon n, this is the mean, so we have to apply this formula for mean also. So mean is equal to x bar is equal to sigma xi upon n. So these three formula we are going to apply. So we are given length and weight, so we have to find out CV for length first and then CV for weight. But as earlier, as similar, we are solving this in tabular form. So first length. So length is given and weight, right? So first mean for length, that is x bar is equal to, this is the general formula sigma xi upon n, right? So length is given in xi and weight is given in yi, but this is common formula, so I am writing this common formula, right? So sigma xi upon sigma xi upon n. So for length sigma xi is 212, so this is 212 divided by number of observation are 50. So if we divide this we will get answer 4.24. So we get 4.24 answer, right? So now mean for weight, sigma yi is 261 and total number of observations also 50. So 261 divided by 50. So if we divide by this 5525, so this will be get 5.25. So this is 5.25. This is for weight and this is for length. This is x bar. Now variance. Variance is s square. Formula is, for variance formula is sigma, sorry, here we have to write square root. We forget to write square root because this is standard deviation, and for variance it's without, right? So s square is equal to sigma xi square upon n minus sigma xi upon n whole square. This is variance s square, right? So sigma xi square is given 902.8. So this is 902.8 whole upon 50 minus sigma xi. Sigma xi is 212, right? So 212 upon n whole square. Now instead of 212 you may write this also because this is answer. So 4.24, right? Now n is 50, so we are writing 50 also. So you can put this value also directly 4.24 whole square, right? So this is 902.8 divided by 50. So multiply by 2, this become 100. So this is 1828, that is 56, right? So 18,000, right? So 900, that's why. So this is 18056. So this is 18056. But we have to divide by 100. So this becomes 1000, right? So because this 8 has 1 point decimal, so this is 110, that is 1000. So we have to put 3 decimal point, that is 18.056. Got it? Right? Now 212, that is 4.24 whole square. So 4 square is 16, and this 2, that is we have to add 1. So that is approximately 17.978. So minus 17.978. Check on your calculator also. If there is some mistake, then you have to correct that one. But this is approximate values of calculation, right? Now subtract this. So subtracting this 18.056 minus 17.978, you will be get 0. This is 0.078, right? So I am writing directly because I know you have to calculate this everything. Then now for weight. For weight, sigma yi square. We have to take sigma yi square. We are not writing formula for weight or differently, right? So 1457.6. So 1457.6, right? Divide by 50 minus, I am writing directly mean here, that is 5.22 whole square. So this is 5.22 whole square, right? So again multiply this by 2, this become 100, and this is 0.6. The 1 upon 10 also we have to multiply. So this is become 1000, and double of this. So double of this is 14,000, that is 14 into 2, 28,000, right? So 576. So this is 29152. So this is 29152, that is 29.152 minus 5 point something, that is square of 5 is 25. So this is 27.248. So this is 27.248. So answer of this, subtraction of this is 1.904. So 1.904. So therefore standard deviation for length is equal to square root of 0.078, and here is equal to, standard deviation is equal to, no need to write equal to here, this is square root of 1.904. So now answer of this is 0.28, right? So answer of this is 0.28, and this is 1 point, that is 1.38. So 1.38. So this is a standard deviation, this is mean, right? So now what you require? So for CV, formula is this, ST upon mean into 100. So CV is equal to standard deviation upon mean into 100 is the formula. So standard deviation is 0.28. So this is 0.28 upon mean. Mean is 4.24. So 4.24 into 100. So final answer of this will be 6.6. So this is 6.6, right? Now for here, that is for weight, that is 1.38 whole upon mean is 5.22 into 100 into 100. So after simplification we will get answer 26.45. So this is 26.45. So you can see here it's very clearly that CV of weight is greater than CV of length, right? So here CV of length, CV of weight, not length. CV of weight is, right? So CV of weight is greater than CV of this length. Therefore, we can say that weight is more varying than length. Therefore, weight is more varying than length. Weight is more varying than length. So this is it. More varying than length. Okay. So in this type of question, you have to solve according to this. Either without tabular form, you can solve for first length, find out sigma, mean, standard variance, either directly standard deviation, and then CV for length, and then find out weight for weight, CV, standard deviation, and everything, and then compare. But I think this is very easiest form to compare two data. Okay. Question 1. From the data given below, state which group is more variable, A or B. Means we have to find out CV for group A as well as CV for group B. So this is a lengthy example because data is given is continuous data, right? So you have to find out first mean as we use earlier method, right? So for group A, we are starting with group A, right? For this is group A, right? Classes are given this 10 to 20. I am not writing marks, I am writing classes, right? So classes are given 10 to 20, then 20 to 30, then 30 to 40, then 40 to 50, 50 to 60, and 60 to 70, and 70 to 80, and 70 to 80. So these are the classes given. Then for group A, Fi is given, that is frequency is given, that is 9, 17. So as usual we are writing 9, right? So first of all I am drawing this horizontal line for group A. So this type of sums you have to solve, right, in tabular form, and you know how to make a table, right? So Fi is 9, but be accurate, right? Because suppose you are writing for group A this frequency, and sometimes if you take 20 instead of 17, then there is a problem, right? So this is 17, 32, 33, 40, 10, and 9. Now you know n is equal to sigma Fi. So as usual you know n is equal to sigma Fi. So sum of these all frequencies, right? So 16, 18, 21, and 30. So 0. There is a 3 carry, 4, 7, 10, 14, 15, right? So sum of the frequencies 150. That is n is 150, right? Now we require xi. Xi, that is the midpoint of class. There is 10 plus 20 is 30. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So xi are 15. For this 20 to 30, 50 divided by 2, that is 25. So see here, class length is 10. So we have to add 10 here. So we will get 35, 45, 55, 65, and 75. Right? So from this, we have to assume mean. So suppose we are taking a middle of observation, that is this 45. Right? So 45 is our assuming, that is A. So here we are writing, suppose I'm solving here. So for group A, right? This is calculation for group A, right? So how many require now? Fi, Xi. Then we require Di, Fi Di and Fi Di square. So for group A, X bar is equal to, I am solving here. So formula for mean X bar is equal to A plus sigma Fi Di. Sigma Fi Di upon N into H. That is class length into H. So this is the formula, right? This is for group A and then this space is for group B, right? So now this is Fi Xi. So Xi is here. So now we require Di, and Di, you know, Di is equal to Xi minus A upon H, that is class length, right? So before that we have to find out A. So now X bar is equal to A. So that is A is, here we decided 45, right? So 45 plus. Now we require Di, Fi Di. So Di is here, Xi minus A upon H, and you know now, so this is 0, this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. What to do that you know, right? Then 1, 2, 3. So this is Di. So now multiply, we require Fi Di. So multiply with Di. So Fi Di. So this is Fi, this is Di. So this is minus 27. So this is minus 27. This is minus 34. This is minus 32. This is 0. This is 40. Right? Concentrate here. This is 20 and this is 27. Right? Now you can write and sum this. Right? So what we have to do for some of these, we have to write some of these observations are here. So 7 plus 4, 11, 33. So 30, not 33. 11 plus 2 is 13. 6, 7, 30. 3, 3, 6, 3, 9. So this is minus 93. And some of the positive numbers are, this is 7, this is 7, and this is 2 to 4, 4, 8. So this is 87. So sum of this observation is minus 87 minus 93. That is sigma Fi Di. Sigma Fi Di is equal to 87 minus 93. That is answer is minus 6. Answer is minus 6. Okay. Now sigma Fi Di. So sigma Fi Di is minus 6. Right. So this is minus 6 upon number of observation, that is sigma Fi is 150 into H is 10. So this is, now this is 45. 10 into 6, 600. Divide by 15. Divide by 15. Oh sorry, 60 divided by 150, that is 6 divided by 15, that is 0.4. So this is 45 minus 0.4. So our answer will be 44.0. Sorry, 44 point. This is 0.4 only. So 44.6. So X bar is 44.6. Now we have to find out variance CV. For CV, we have to find out variance, and variance formula is S square is equal to sigma Fi Di square, either standard deviation SD, is equal to square root of, standard deviation is equal to square root of sigma Fi Di square upon N, sigma Fi Di square upon N minus sigma Fi Di, minus sigma Fi Di upon N whole square. This is the formula, into, as this is given a continuous data, we have to multiply by H because we are taking square root. And if we are writing here variance, then there is no square root, and h you have to square it, right? So now for this formula, what we require here? We require fi di square, but we have only fi di. Means you have to multiply fi di with this di. So we get fi di square. So to get fi di square, we have to multiply fi di with di. So 27 into 3, that is 81. So this is 81. Then 34 into 2, that is 68. Both minus, so that's why this become plus. So no need to say anything to you because you are very intelligent students, right? This is 0, this is 40, this is 40, and this is again 81. This is again 81. Now sum of this 9, 11, and 12. So sigma fi di square is equal to 2. Right? So 9, 15, 18, 22, 26 and 8, 34. So this is 342. So fi di square is sigma fi di square is, you will get 342. Right? So substitute value and find out. Right? I am not going to simplify this. You have to simplify. So start. Right? So this is 342 divided by n. N is 150. So this is 150 minus sigma fi di, that is minus 6 upon 150. So this is minus 6 upon 150 whole square into h. H is 10. So into 10 in square root. In square root. Right? So now 150 whole square is this, and this is only 150. So 150 whole square is the LCM. If we take 150 whole square LCM, then we have to multiply 342 by 150. We have to multiply 342 by 150. Here is no space, so I am writing here. This is 342, right, into 150 minus 6 square is 36. So this is minus 36 upon 150 whole square. 150 whole square. So whole upon 150 into 150. I am writing this, not I am writing whole square. This is in square root, and this is our standard deviation into, after this we have to multiply by h, that is 10 is as it is, right? So now what to do? If you simplify this thing, right? So finally you will get standard deviation is, now simplify, multiply this minus 36, right, upon 150. So this is 10 as it is. So this 10 upon 150 whole square is 150. So this is 150 into square root of 340 into 150, right? That is 51300. Multiply, right? 51300 minus 36. 51300 minus 36, right? So now 336, that is 241, right? So this is 10 by 150, that is 1 upon 15. So this is 1 upon 15. Now 51300 minus 36 is and then taking square root of, subtract this. So this is 300 minus 36, that is 264. So this is square root of 51264, right? And the square root of this, you have to calculate. Square root of 51264 is 226.41. So 226.41 is your square root. And if we divide this 15, 225, that is 15 point something, that is 15.09 is your answer for standard deviation is 15.09. So CV for group A, therefore CV of group A is equal to standard deviation, right, upon mean into 100. That is standard deviation is 15.09. So 15.09 whole upon mean mean is 44.6. So 44.6 into 100 into 100, right? So final answer will be 33.83. 33.83, right? So this is a CV for group A. Now similarly, in this way you have to follow these steps and find out X bar for group B, then standard deviation for group B, and CV for group B, right? So this is I'm doing for you for practice. So you have to find out X bar for group B. So now similarly, what you have to do now? Make a table for group B. So right, for group B, make a table. So now for group B, it's a time consuming example, right? It's a time consuming example, right? So first prepare table. First prepare table, right? Classes and FI given, XI, DI, you know everything. You are now very smart students and you can, nothing is impossible for you. Then calculate X bar, and X bar for group B will be, and X bar for group B will be again 44.6. So you will get same X bar for group B, and standard deviation for group B is, standard deviation for group B is 15.61, 50.61, and CV for group B is 35. So these are the answers you have to calculate yourself. Do yourself, right? In similar way you will get this answer. So now compare with these two. CV for A is 33 and CV for B is 35. So CV of group B, right? So CV of B is greater than CV of group A. CV of group B is greater than CV of group A. CV of B is greater than CV of group A. That is, group B is more variable than group A. So therefore, group B is more variable than group A. So this is the way to solve this type of time consuming examples, right? If you apply time saving technique, then again it's a time consuming examples, and be aware and be alert. Why, right? For calculation, if you make any mistake, any small mistake, right, will goes to give you a wrong answer, right? So do practice at home, right? You have to do similarly this, find out this and then compare. Okay.